Just as a bit of fun, I thought I might ask my Facebook followers and Instagram followers to just ask some questions, and I'll give you the most honest answer I possibly can within reason. But unfortunately, I've only got about 4 followers. So I ended up Googling questions to ask a musician or band. So I'm just going to go through this long list and hopefully give some interesting answers to these questions. And here we go. What does your creative process look like when you're writing a new song? It can start with maybe hearing a sort of chord progression that sparks something off. Oh, that's interesting. I quite like that. I might sort of, take that and develop it from there. It might be a phrase that I read in a book, or a phrase that I hear somebody say, and that becomes a lyric that in turn will kick off an idea for a melody. It can come from sort of different inspirations, watching films, seeing something on the news. Yeah, really anything and everything. So I can't really sort of point to any one particular thing that sort of triggers me off and gets me rolling. But what often happens is, if it's exciting, it tends to start moving very quickly, and often I'm working things out in my head a lot. So the arrangement might sort of be put together in my head before I've even picked up a guitar. But I always have a guitar by the bed. It's just behind me. You can probably just see it. Weirdly, recently I've actually started waking up in the middle of the night with an idea. An example of a recent song would be Makes No Difference. That actually happened just waking up out of the blue about 3 a.m. and was like, oh shit, and just grabbed the guitar, chucked a voice memo into record on the phone and put that idea down. So it can happen like that. It can happen from hearing chord progressions in another song and quite liking that and developing it. So that's kind of what it looks like. And there you go. Yeah, I don't know if you want me to elaborate on that, but I'm going to move on to the next question. Where do you find inspiration for your lyrics and melodies? Well, I guess the previous answer kind of answers that question, but it might be a news story that I've read might trigger an idea. It might be a book or a film, something that resonates with me in some way. Yeah, even if the subject matter is not particularly interesting itself, if there's something in there that draws me in, then that's great for me. Does that answer your question? How do you overcome creative blocks or challenges during the songwriting process? Well, I used to just kind of hammer away until the thing happened. I think probably the best thing I can do in those situations is usually just to step back from it and do something else, maybe work on another song or do something completely different. Sometimes it's good to just let it sit, leave it alone for a while, because when you come back to it, you'll have a different perspective on it anyway, so that it might turn into something different. I think all those things are really good things to have in your toolkit as a songwriter. I think it makes you a better songwriter if you can just sort of throw yourself into it and try different things and don't be stuck to the same process. I think that's another thing. I try not to stick to the same process every time.